So as you can see by the title of this video, organic YouTube, Instagram is dead. Throw it away. Stop posting content. It's done. It's over. See you next time. All right, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Aaron here, back on the channel, and obviously dramatic / not really intro there. But as you can tell by the title, something along the lines of like organic marketing is dead. Do this instead. You know, the whole marketing thing of don't do this thing, do this other thing. And by the way, I'm going to sell you something on that. Spoiler alert, I don't have anything to sell you on this video. However, I do want to give a really quick update around kind of the direction of this channel. Now, to be very clear, I don't believe that social media is going away. It's not going away anytime soon. I think it's actually one of the most crucial parts that you can have in your business through the rest of 2025 at the time of recording this and going over, through the next handful of years. However, I'm going to be adding a type of content on this channel, and I just want to make a video about it and talk about it and why I'm doing this, because I think there's a lot of things happening in the marketplace right now that you're going to want to listen to this about, because I'm a part of a lot of groups, a lot of very high level groups, just from either our own groups or people that I've networked with, and it's really interesting to see kind of what's happening and the what a lot of people are seeing in the market. So why would I start this by saying social media is dead? It's not working. Well, number one, it's a good hook. And, obviously gets people to click on it, but also kind of give like what I think is the best kind of like mixture of organic marketing and paid advertising. So let me just take a step back and really the main reason that I'm making this video. So a couple weeks ago, we actually have one of our programs. So we have one of our core programs. We have our back-end program where, people, it's basically a continuation. It comes with 3 events that the attendees or the people that are part of that group can actually come to. We did one in Tampa Bay, Florida, which was really cool. Very nice resort, and got to spend time with a lot of people within the program. And the conversation in that room was very, very heavy around, well, you probably guessed it, AI, right? Artificial intelligence. There's a tool, there's a program, there's a product, there's new things coming out every single day around AI, and people are using it every single day. Like a really big topic was, how are you, right? Talking to someone else in the room, how are you using AI within your business right now to help either alleviate tasks from your own, or, honestly, like replace some people that AI could literally go in and do those things. And, so that was one piece of it, right? Was AI. Another piece of it, which honestly has been an ongoing topic for the last handful of years, has been creative, right? And what I mean by creative, I mean ad creative, right? Ad creative more than organic. Organic has been like a topic, but organic social, I think it was a little bit bigger, let's say like a year ago or a year and a half ago, when like a lot of people were doing it. Alex Ramosi built a big brand. Iman Gadzhi built a big brand. A lot of these well-known people started building brands. So then people started building up organic. But now it's like the big hype is AI, right? Like in a business owner's mind, it's like, okay, I can focus on AI, which is going to help me save time and make more money, or I can look at organic content where it's going to take a bunch of my time to record it. They're going after the AI stuff and how to make it easier for them every single time, right? So the reason I'm kind of explaining and over explaining this is just so if you're in this market, again, there's a lot of very high level people in that room, multiple of them doing millions of dollars per month. And it's just a really good insight of, some of the top players, like literally in the entire online space, right? What are they focusing on and what are they doing? So anyway, that being said, if we start to pivot a little bit into like what is in my head, right? What do I want to do with this channel? What do I want to teach? And what is something that I think that people watching this channel will really be able to get ahead of the rest of the market? And, obviously continuing to talk about organic, right? Talking about posting on YouTube, posting on Instagram, how to benefit the most out of those, right? That is always going to be a part of the strategy, especially moving forward. And I think, honestly, my prediction is it's going to become even more important, over the next 12, 18, 24 months, because there's so much AI, and I've talked about this in previous videos, but because there's so much AI, like there's literally like AI ads that are being made. There's AI avatars that you can make that are actually, to be honest with you, they're pretty believable. Like I know of a YouTube channel that's out there right now, has like 200,000-300,000 subs. That's off of a fake persona. Like it's not even a real person, which is, it kind of blows my mind. But there's gonna be so much AI in the market over the next, again, 2 years or so, that it's going to then pendulum swing back to, hey, like everything's AI. I don't know what's not AI. Now you becoming like a human and, let's say doing live streaming or just making videos like this, right? Talking is going to be a huge a benefit to you if you start today, right? And obviously, like the best time is to start is yesterday. The best time to start is multiple years ago. But if you had to make the decision, there's no better time than now, right? Start creating your personal brand content now so that over the next 1 to 2 years, you're not starting at zero in 2 years. You have 2 years of experience, 2 years of backlog content. And I promise you, like, if you're watching this, you will thank me if you do that. I'm just putting that out there. So that's really the kind of like where I see it going in organic content specifically. Now, here's the thing is, I'm a part of a company called Closers.io. I technically like a partner, like revenue share or like profit shared kind of like partner. It's a little bit confusing, but I work for Cole Gordon of Closers.io. And one of the biggest things that I've done over the last handful of years, like, just to tell the story really quickly, is I originally started helping Cole back in like 2021. And basically just helping him and help him get his YouTube channel started. And, I did that, but then naturally, he's a great salesperson and brought me into different aspects of the business. And obviously we've built a great, working relationship and friendship. And it's been a lot of fun. But obviously organic content, right? Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and TikTok and all that kind of stuff has been a part of it. But if I had to be honest around like where the majority of my time and my learning has come from with that amount of time within the company has been through paid advertising, right? Paid advertising, and more specifically, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, and how to present myself, right? How to, create different variations of ads, different hooks, write ads, right? How to create them, editing, building up the creative and editing team. And, if we bring it full circle back to like what I've done over the last like 4 or 5 years, and what is like really needed right now in the marketplace, that to be honest, like there's only a handful of companies that I can think of that do paid advertising at the same level that we do in terms of volume and units and things like that. So understanding that to be true and there not being a lot of content around it, I think it's a really great opportunity for me to come in and kind of fill that market. And also just like, it's what I love talking about. Like, it's one of those things where like I've been doing organic content for a long time. And, I've talked a lot about that, right? Like, feel like I beat the horse on that one, like over and over and over again, obviously with this channel and multiple channels that I've had and course material in our programs and doing one-on-one consulting. But also from a paid advertising perspective I feel like that's kind of my hidden superpower that not a lot of people know. Like, they see the ads, but they don't know that I kind of like run that team on the back end, not in terms of like the copywriting or anything, but like more of like, how do we take one ad and then duplicate that and create more variations and really like, for lack of a better word, like just run our ad creative into the ground. And that's what I want to start to talk about on this channel. So, and another one of the reasons too, is I think that like, it's one of those things where there's a lot of misconceptions, and because there isn't a lot of content around it, like there's a lot, Alex Ramosi or, anyone that does a lot in advertising, like their biggest tip for people is just make more ads, right? But the thing is like make more ads doesn't necessarily tell you what you need to do, right? Making more ads is not necessarily what you need to do. What you want to do is make more variations of those ads. And obviously on this channel, I'll go a lot more in detail of that, but that is honestly like one of the best things that we've done for our ads that has allowed them to perform better. So again, I'm going to go way more deeper on that stuff on the channel. Again, this is just more of like a state of the union of kind of the direction of the channel. But, one of the things that I want to leave you guys with and kind of give as a reasoning behind this is, you might be watching this and you're like, Aaron, like you're the organic guy. You talk about organic content. You say that YouTube and Instagram is great. Again, like I said at the beginning of this video, is organic content is great, right? It's going to help you generate leads. It's going to help you convert leads. You can go viral. One video, boom, pops off, could literally change your life. However, where we are in the state of the market is and here's the caveat, right? If you want to grow quickly and you want to grow more predictably, then you are going to need to add some sort of paid advertising element to it, right? It's just the fact of the matter, right? If we're talking about, let's say back in 2020 and 2021, like, yeah, you can post organic content and they're going to get a ton of views just because no one was doing it back in the day, right? Back in the day, 2021. But now it's just it's so different that everyone's an influencer, right? Everyone's a coach or consultant or whatever. So when you can create advertising that generates more eyeballs, right, and generates it in a little bit more of a predictable way, but then you also, as soon as that person, you know, for us, we found that about 40 to 50% of people that see an ad are going to go, I've talked about on this channel, right? They're going to go over to your other socials, right? They're going to search up your name and they're going to see, what's this person doing on YouTube? What are they doing on Instagram? And if you have stuff over there, that's a mental check mark in their brain, right? The way that I talk about it is, you know, you're building up credibility points with your audience. So what that means is, you know, they go to YouTube, oh, the consistent content there's a credibility point. Or, you know, posting on Instagram, credibility point. But if you don't have those things, it's like you start to create negative credibility points, right? And, you know, if by the end of that person's research, and it's only going to get worse, right? Or not necessarily worse, but the prospects are only going to get smarter. So that just means you need to combat that with just giving them everything that they need in order to make that decision and not have them like in the dark, right? But all that kind of culminating into the idea here is I want to show you guys how to create ads that convert, how to create really good ads, but also do it in a way where you can turn all those ads into a bunch more ads and then ultimately scale from there while also still having the organic channel in the background. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be perfect, right? If you're looking for the most scalable way to, the scalable, quickest, most predictable way to scale, it's going to be having both those things in place. And hopefully I'll be able to share with you guys exactly how to do that through this YouTube channel. So all that being said, Aaron here. If you want to leave a comment down below, let me know what you think of the pivot of the channel. Also, you can click the video on screen to go to one of the first videos that I talked through just the entire organic system. So you can start on that today and then stay tuned for some of the organic or some of the ad content that we'll be putting out on the channel here very soon. Click the video on screen. See you guys on the other side.